Hey guys, Chubby Butcher here. I just want to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel last week. I went from 260 to 300. That is amazing. Remember to keep smashing that like button. It helps me out a lot. On the menu today, it is gorgeous. We're going to do a top sirloin cat. And we're going to throw it on the smoker. With that being said, let's go. Okay guys, I got this picanha ready to roll and it looks amazing. I always grab some extra beef fat and pork fat from work. I freeze it and you never know when you might need it. This picanha has some spots missing with fat, so I just put it on top. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pat the meat side. Then we're going to add some yellow mustard. We're really going to work this mustard in. Then I'm going to use Joyful Lynn's Sweet and Spicy. They're out of Windsor, Ontario. They're local here in Southern Ontario. Yeah, they provided me with a bunch of spices. I'm excited to use the gourmet rub, bacon, and the maple bacon. I got some special recipes for this one. Okay, anyways, we're going to coat Sweet and Spicy on pretty liberal. Okay guys, we flipped it over. Add some mustard on this side. Coat it in nicely. Put some Sweet and Spicy on, Joyful Lynn's. Now guys, we're going to let this sit for about 10-15 minutes. We got the smoker on at 250 degrees. We're going to cook this thing till we get an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, we're going to pull them off. We're going to wrap it in butcher paper, make sure it doesn't have wax on it. We're going to put it back on the smoker till it gets an internal temperature of 202 degrees. At that point, we're going to pull it off and let it sit for about a half an hour. We're going to have a thermometer dead center of this the whole way. Let's go. Again, guys, use what you want. Put your dry rub, whatever you guys like. I like Sweet and Spicy by Joyful Lynn's. You guys got to give them a try. Check out their webpage. I've made up a spritz. It consists of a shot of rye, 3/4 of a cup of water, and a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And every hour and a half, I'm going to spritz it. Make sure it stays nice and juicy on the top. I'm going to be doing 3 sessions of smoke with apple chips. I really like this flavor. Okay guys, this picanha is ready to go on. I got the smoker heated up to 250 degrees. We're going to put this bad boy dead center. Let's not forget about the internal thermometer. I'm going to put a dead center of this thing. You can see here it's only 35 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to be taking it off at 165. Periodically, probably every hour and a half, we're going to be spritzing it. Once we pull it off at 165, we're going to wrap it in butcher paper, not waxed. And we're going to put it back on the smoker. until it hits the internal temperature of 202 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, we're going to be taking it off, letting it rest for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to carve into this bad boy. I'm excited. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm going to add some apple wood chips. As you can see, it's smoking nicely. I can't tell you how pumped I am to try this picanha. Usually I just grill them fast on the barbecue. Especially this one has lots of marbling in it. It's a AAA sterling silver. We deal with this at my work. So I picked this one up because it's really nicely marbled. And you know, I wanted to try a picanha brisket style, so we'll see what happens. As you can see, I'm still working on some small engines. I just put the 6.5 Toro together. Well guys, this picanha, I guess in different countries has different names, and here in Canada we call it a top sirloin cap. It's from the loin. The loin is the tenderest part of the cow. I guess elsewhere it's called a picanha or a top rump. A picanha, top sirloin cap, all the same thing. It's on the smoker right now. We did put it fat side up, in case you guys were wondering. We're going to get all those juices rendering downwards and keeping it nice and moist. I'm excited to try it. We just put our second dose of wood chips on it, and we're going to be looking at it in about 10 minutes and spritzing it. Okay guys, this picanha or top sirloin cap's been in the smoker for about an hour and a half. We have an internal temperature of about 114 degrees Fahrenheit right now. We're going to give it its first spritz. Oh, look at that. Look at that. One of my pieces of fat fell off. Whoa. It's a show. Put it like this. Mmm. Delicious. We have it our first spritz. $1.15. There you go, big sons. This one's for you, Ronaldo. Okay, guys, we're at 143. We're going to add another spritz to the top of this. See what this thing's looking like. Holy mother. Look at that. If you guys could smell this right now, you'd be all lined up in the driveway. Okay guys, we're gonna add one more round of applewood chips, and that'll be our third session for this. And then the next session, we'll be pulling it off at 165. We already spritzed it twice now. There he is, our little friend. He doesn't like our peanut. Oh, he took him. He's gone. We had a helicopter fly overhead, and it looks like it's a rescue one. I think there was a bad accident in Fort Erie today, so hopefully it's not too bad, but it is an orange helicopter. Let's see if he keeps coming back out here. Trying to get out on the boat, but it's always windy here. You need to get out on the boat when it's nice and calm. Lake Erie tends to turn very fast, and you don't want to be out there, especially in a 16.5-foot Lund. See you later, buddy. Okay guys, we're at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to pull this off now. And we're going to wrap it up and we're going to put it back on until it hits an internal temperature of 202. We're cooking this picanha at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So far we're at 4 hours and 10 minutes to get to 165. Let's pull this thing off. Bingo. Look at this thing at 165. Look at the bark. Okay guys, we hit an internal temperature on this picanha or top sirloin cap at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. It's probably taken about 4 hours and 10 minutes. Now we're going to wrap it in butcher paper, make sure it's not wax paper. We're going to put it back on the smoker till we hit an internal temperature of 202 Fahrenheit. At that point, we're going to let it sit for about 30 minutes the way it is, and then we're going to carve into it. Let's go. We're going to put the meat probe dead center of this bad boy again. Okay, we're going to throw it back on. So it's at 167.9 right now. We're going to be taking it off at 202. Stay tuned. Let's go. Okay guys, we hit an internal temperature of 202. We're going to pull this thing off and we're going to let it sit for 30 minutes. Okay guys, we hit 202 degrees Fahrenheit. We pulled it off. We let it sit for about 30 minutes. And now we're ready to carve into this bad boy. Here we go. This thing took around 7 hours to cook, and it's around 2 3/4 pounds. Okay guys, moment of truth. We cooked this bad boy at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for roughly 7 hours. When it hit the internal temperature of 165, we brought it inside, we wrapped it in butcher paper, not with wax, and we put it back on there till it hit 202. We let it sit for half an hour and we're at this stage right now. This picanha is ready to roll. It's AAA meat, sterling silver, which means it's well marbled. Let's give it a whirl. Rips apart nice. So tender. The applewood smoke is coming through. You got the sweet heat from Joyful Lynn's Gourmet Rubs coming on. The fat, the bark on this is incredible. It is so freaking tender. I can't stand it. So good. If you guys like what you've seen today, hit the like button. You know what? Smash the like button. It helps me out a lot. And subscribe to my channel. I upload every week. And if you hit the bell, you'll be for sure to get it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.